Hi gardening friends, I'm Lark and I'm in Wisconsin, Zone 5. Whoa, whoops, it's Wednesday and Dave and I were gone yesterday. So, welcome to Whoops Wednesday. Oh well. Come walk with me, okay? Let's do it. Nothing's wrong here. Just forgot. That's part of the Cicely Mary Barker Garden Fairies series. Little ceramic fairies. Nope, didn't do the fairy house this year. Now, this is the hyacinth bean vine. And purple flowers, real purple pods later on when the flowers turn into seeds. It's a purple pod, real iridescent looking, so pretty. Now, would you believe this is one seed that made it through the winter in my Zone 5 garden? One seed. And it came up probably about June. Hyacinth bean vine. So if you're a lover of purple and lilac, this is the one for you. And guess what? The Japanese beetles don't seem to be bothering it right now. They're after the really good beans that we eat. Potentellas. The boxes are filling in with what is this? Lantana. And this needs drought-tolerant plants. Now I trim this back, and you can see right here, new growth coming, and it'll bloom chubbier and fuller. And I always trim these too, otherwise they'd be down to the ground. The variegated ivy. And I just threw in some marigolds in there for a little height, and just because they're free and I had them. And do you remember me in spring, in June, I planted these cuttings of the pencil cactus, and they rooted and they're doing well, and I will give them away. As is the flapjack succulent, doing well. And my cannas love the heat, and so do the Japanese beetles. These here cuttings of the pencil cactus are more weepy, so can you see how they're hanging over the edge? So I'm going to put them in a hanging basket, I think. And that way, when I do move and have an apartment with little space, then I can use it in front of a window hanging. That's what I'm thinking. There's the mom plant of the pencil cactus, which I take off of every year in height and in width. So then what it does is send out more growth to the stalk. This here, this started like this. 3-inch pot. Probably about, I'm guessing, but if any of you want to go back farther, I'm guessing 7 years ago. Okay, this is my jade. Huge, okay, huge. Can you see in there? think it's in a 22-inch pot. And it is about 4 foot tall. I keep it that height. Help me come up with a price, okay? I need to sell it. And I'll probably sell it on Craigslist, so it's local. Very local. Do you guys have an idea of a price? Okay, let's walk. The garden is full. Starting late summer, early autumn garden. And one of the new plants blooming this week is the obedient plant. Okay, pretty. Little flowers are kind of like snapdragon. Hummingbirds love it, as they do the blue lobelia. Can you see behind here the vine? That's sweet autumn. That's gonna pop because it gets a lot of sun. The one on the arbor that we walked under to come back here, that gets more shade. So obedient plant this week. Branch coneflower will continue until I cut it down or cut it out, and that'll be probably in a few weeks. And then the garden will probably come down in about a month. But right now, we're going to enjoy it. Late season blooms. So important in a perennial garden. And doing perennials for late season is nice because we don't have to plant them every year. This is turtle head, late season bloom. We don't have to plant them every year, and yet we'll have color in late summer, early autumn. You can see the perilla starting to go to seed, or go to flower. And then it's got to come out this year, because I'm sure there's seeds down in the earth there that will be very viable for 15 years, so I don't need a lot of seed. Garlic chives. This is on purpose. Garlic chives will be white against the burgundy. Never let that go to seed. Right up there with regular chives, common chives. They can go crazy. And are hard to pull. Where perilla goes crazy, but it's easy to pull. Same plant I talk about every week. Don't have the heart to pull it out yet. I love the texture. Another obedient, not blooming yet. This is Miss Manners. The other one doesn't have manners. That goes all over. This stays here. Texture, different textures, heights, tall in front with the short. Makes it interesting, but very cottagey also. Where if you want a more formal garden, you want to go low in front, medium in the middle, and tall in back. We'll walk that way, okay? Overcast. We're getting rain a little, at least every other day so far. Pretty phlox. A fuchsia color. That I trimmed down earlier in the season so it wasn't blocking the bee balm. Amazing, isn't it? No powdery mildew yet. Amazing for hot and humid. Won't it be nice if my bee balm continues to bloom? See that new growth down there? That'll be nice. That'll give me red, and then this little wild aster is white. So that should look pretty. And there's autumn joy sedums back there. So a burgundy type flower later. Lamb's quarter, going to seed, but still edible. They also call that goosefoot. Okay? Goosefoot. White phlox lighting up that shady area. As it is back behind the goldenrod, but you still can see the white through, see-through light. See that phlox back there? The pretty goldenrod. Tiger lilies are all done. One little one back there blooming yet. Have I tempted any of you to keep fleabane in your garden? The white? It's been blooming, oh gosh, a couple months. Amaranth, Hopi, just got cut down several times, all of these, so they're short. They're only about maybe 2 to 3 feet. But nice, right at the edge of the border here, okay? So I get some color in foliage. Thickly planted. Oh, there's weeds in there, but we can't see them right now. Reseed marigold. I just love the spikiness of the great blue lobelia. It lets the other plants next to it come up and have their room. Honeybees, loving the native goldenrod. And some bugs, I don't know, bug. Gaillardia. No. I'm sorry. Gloriosa daisy. I wish I had Gaillardia yet. I used to have it. Maybe it'll show up one day. There's probably seeds on the ground someplace. For those of you who are new to my channel, we're getting into the shady area. Turtlehead is good for a shady area. It'll give me pink in I'd say probably about a week or two, and then bloom for a good 2-3 weeks. Heavy shade down here. Did you know that this sorrel is edible? Very, what would you say? Pungent, bitter, lemony taste. Which is very good for our digestive systems. Isn't that pretty through there with the hosta, the big hosta? Oh, it's like a backdrop for the phlox and blue lobelia. That is a go crazy plant too, the yellow. Oh, help me out. What's the name of that? It's in the sunflower family. I believe it's native, and it runs and reseeds. Oh, we're not going down there today. You know, you've had enough rain when your ferns are still looking good in August. Oh, I might go down there a little bit. Okay, let's see if I can just zoom here. You remember Ligularia the rocket was back there. It's all done, and I told you jewelweed was going to start. And it has. It's the orange flower. Okay, let's see if I can find you here. There it is. Jewelweed. Hummingbirds love it. Dave finished, I think, 16 yards of bark. Whoa, that was a lot of bark. That's just back in the wild area. Phlox is doing exactly what I love it doing, going crazy back in the wild woodland area. Oh, how can I forget you? You're too pretty. Japanese painted ferns. More sorrel. The magnificent height of the Joe Pye down there. It's probably about, I'd say 6 foot now, maybe 7. pretty. When I say pretty, I'm not patting myself on the back. I am saying nature. Just beautiful. And I get to enjoy it. Or we do. Because a lot of you have gardens too. No matter what, it is so good for our health, mentally and physically. Can you see all the bees on that goldenrod? Now these I'm leaving because I want to collect some seed. If you deadhead too long, past mid-August, end of August for sure, stop. If you want seed, stop deadheading and then let the seed dry, because it's got to dry on the plant in order to produce new plants to germinate. Well, I guess that tiger didn't want her picture taken. So I view this color, and then I also view the creek down there. That's a fast walk down there, isn't it? Anemone, that's another one some people don't care for because it really travels. But again, late summer bloom. Some gardeners get sick of gardening, so they don't care if they have color or not in August, September. A very passionate gardener will want color until we have frost. They like native plants. Can you imagine how hard they're holding on? That wind. Big ears. Lamb's ear. If you want one that doesn't get tall and flop over and reseed all over, look for big ears. Little zebra, very aggressive. Nice height. Usually it doesn't get much more than 4 foot. And because of our cold winters, it does come back. So that's nice. My other variegated miscanthus, lost them. They're done. Now I'm done replanting. Someone asked me, and this is a good question, about how often do I divide my perennials to keep them blooming nicely? Because perennials get old. But usually they won't die. The center will die out and they'll spread to a new area. And then you have new plants because the outside edge of the perennial is new. So sorry to say, I haven't divided or moved plants for a long time. Very long time. I'd say 8-10 years. Maybe longer. My time is dedicated to getting rid of some of them. So the question is, yes, in the beginning I divided a lot because I had a big area to fill and I didn't want to spend any more money. But now I don't. This area here blooms later because it gets a lot of shade. So there's hibiscus in here. Common hibiscus. This will be white with a rosy pink center. Very soon. Probably one of the last perennials to bloom. And then the little alliums. I've passed by some of them in the garden. Maybe you saw them without me mentioning it. But this allium is the last allium to bloom also. A couple feet high, that's it. 18 inches. Okay, friends. Hope you enjoyed Whoops Wednesday. Love having you visit. Take care and see you next week. Whoops Wednesday is being filmed on Wednesday, but I'll be putting it up maybe in a little while. Maybe when I go in I will. Sometimes it takes so long at night to upload a video. So you'll get it today, Wednesday, or you'll get it tomorrow morning when I'm up early, like 4:30. Jewel weed. Take care, my friends. Really enjoy your company. Bye-bye.